Hi, Bill Knight with RightAngle. I'm going to show you how to assemble your two-legged Bonita ET workstation. Okay, we're going to start with step one. Make sure you have the work surface upside down with the pre-drilled holes facing upward. Also make sure that the top is down, that it's on a surface that won't damage it. Now the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to take our left leg. The left leg has the mounting nuts for the motor. It also has a sticker that tells you that this is the one that receives the motor. Now when you set this up here, make sure it is all the way down. That way the table will be even when it's finished being assembled. I'm just going to set them over the pre-drilled holes for now. Now you take the hex rod, remove the protective covers. Now when you put this in, make sure you do it on the side that does not have the mounting bracket. Just going to slide it through. I like to leave about 12 inches sticking through. You'll hear it hit the back side. You can slide it to get it close. Okay, now we're on to step two. Step two is installing the right-hand leg. The right-hand leg also has a sticker on the back. It says, don't install with the motor. Now sometimes you're going to try to install it and it might not slide in. This one did, of course, but it might be off a little bit. And if that happens, we give you this tool. And with this tool, you can turn the hex rod just a little bit forward or backwards to try to help ease it into the slot. Again, you want to install it till it hits the back side. You can kind of center it over the holes. We're going to take our motor, push that on over the motor mounts. Step three, now we install the motor bolts with the lock washers. For step four, we're going to install our U-channel. The U-channel is also the work surface support which helps keep your tabletop from bowing. Now with this unit, you're going to see the holes here at the very end, and the other one are about 3 inches in. The one where they're on the very end, that goes to the motor side. Just line it up over the pre-drilled holes. I do the 4 screws on the perimeter just to make sure everything is all lined up. And I won't tighten them until I get all 4 in. Make sure everything's lined up. You can start tightening them and installing the rest of the screws then. Okay, the U-channel is installed. We're now going to go right to step 5. Step 5 is installing the cross support on the back. Slide it over one side. You can continue through and just bring it back. We're up to step 6. Step 6 is installing the screws with the lock washers on the cross support. There are 4 of those to install. And remember, you can use the Allen wrench to help make your life a little easier to help hold the screw. Okay, we're going to move on to step 7. Step 7 is screwing down the legs to the work surface. So what I normally do is I just do the 4 perimeter screws. So I'll line this up. Get those started. Then once I have all 4 in, you can just shoot the rest of the screws in and tighten them down. Step 8 is tightening the bolts for the cross support into the leg column. Now you want to make sure you get these very tight because this is what gives the table all its stability. Okay, we're up to step 9. You might have selected our upgraded 4-button programmable switch, and if you did so, there are holes provided for that, and there are also 2 holes used for the simple up and down switch. On this table, we're going to install the programmable switch. The screws that you use are a little different than what you have been using, so you want to use the smaller screw. Okay, we're up to step 10 now. This is installing the brains of the desk. This is our control box. The control box has pre-drilled holes to mount it to. You can mount it either this way or this way, depending on where you want the power to come out of. Now, when you are installing this, make sure again you're using the smaller screws that came. And you want to make sure this is also tight to the table because it has a gyro sensor inside, and if it's not tight, and if it wiggles at all, it'll set off the gyro sensor and the table won't work properly. Okay, we're up to step 11. Step 11 is installing the wire management. So we have one piece of wire management here. It has 2-sided adhesive. You can put this where you think you need it the most. I'm going to install it on the back side here. So when you stick it down with the adhesive, it's pretty much a one shot. You get at this to apply it. The adhesive is very sticky. But we also install screws just in case gravity is not your friend, and it wants to help release the wires due to the weight, depending on how much product you put in the wire management. You also receive 2 clips, and what these are used for is for your cable for your up and down switch. And you can put these screws basically anywhere you want. I'm going to kind of work my way over towards the other side of the control box is where it gets installed. Okay, for step 12, we're going to install all the cables into the control box. Now, on a 2-legged table like this, there's only going to be one plug outlet that will be showing. The other ones are going to be covered with a white cover. Please leave that white cover on. That's for a different application. Now make sure when you are doing the cables to insert them into the J channel to try to tidy things up in the back. Now that we have everything plugged in, it's ready to go. We've managed our wires. We're ready to test it. Now remember, when you're testing the table, if you push the up arrow, it's going to go down. If you push the down arrow, it's going to go down. That's because it's in reset mode. And it works. So again, just remember, if you ever do lose power, your table will automatically go into reset mode, and no matter which button you push, it's always going to go down. Just make sure you take it to the lowest setting, it's going to reset, and your table will be functioning normal. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.